servants, Job was the greatest man in the East. Each of Job's 7 sons would hold a banquet in their home on their respective day of the week. Each day they would invite their sisters to eat and drink with them. Every week, after the last banquet, Job would send for his sons and sanctify them. He would rise early in the morning and offer burnt sacrifices for each of them because Job thought, it might be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Job did this every week. Ah! How is that putting God first and making a family culture? What about Timothy? Paul says to Timothy, I recall the sincere faith that is in you, which first lived in your grandmother, Lois, and in your mother, Eunice. And I am convinced, Timothy, that the same genuine faith also lives in you. Continue in that which you have learned and have been assured of, knowing from whom you have learned them, knowing that since you were a child, you have known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make you wise for salvation through faith, which is in Yahshua Messiah. What a family culture. Started with Lois, through Eunice to Timothy. What a family culture. My son. Look where we ended up. Back where we started. My son, pay attention to your father's instructions as long as they agree with Yahweh's instructions. Do not dismiss your mother's rules as long as they don't contradict Yahweh's rules, because they will be adornments of grace, unmerited favor to your head, and necklaces around your neck. What is the single greatest verse in the Bible about family culture? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Joshua 24:15. As for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh. And at 9 o'clock, that brings us to the end of our message. Your memory verse is Joshua 24:15. As for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh. I hope, if nothing else, this lesson gives perspective. All I want to do here tonight is, one, glorify Yahweh, glorify His Word, and remind all of us that our homes, our lives, should be God-revering, God-fearing, God-honoring. The culture in our homes and lives should be directed toward honoring and worshiping and obeying Yahweh. I just want this to be perspective building for you, so that if nothing else, you can lead others in creating a Christian culture in their house. Amen? Amen. Let's pray. O Yahweh, Elohim, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, you are God. You alone are God, and we praise your holy name. Thank you for this night, and thank you for your word. Yahweh, thank you for giving most of us. You've given us all mothers and fathers, but sometimes they don't hang around. Sometimes they don't last. Sometimes they don't follow your word, and we end up without mothers and fathers. Let us live according to your word. Let us live according to your way. Let us honor our parents while they honor you. Because who is my mother and who is my father? Yahweh, my mother and my father are those who hear your word and keep it. And I love my mothers and my fathers and my mothers and my brothers. You, Yahweh, are my Father. Yahweh, thank you. Thank you for your perfect word. Thank you for being our perfect Father. Always perfect, always right, always righteous, always holy, always good, always full of grace, always full of mercy, always full of the truth. You never defraud us. You never lie to us. You are perfect in all your ways. Thank you for loving us. Help us to love you more. Help us to put you first in our lives. And it's in the name of Yahshua, our Lord and Savior, that we pray. Amen.